After the end of the first day between India and South Africa, Ryan Doeschate came for the press conference. Now, questions were asked over his ability when you look at the pitch. The pitch, India's playing 11, and what is the nature of the wicket? These were the primary questions that were asked. But when it comes to the press conference, which lasted 9 minutes and above, all the talk was on the nature of the wicket. Now, the first thing that Ryan Doeschate mentioned at this point in time was on the comparison of the Eden and Barsapara wickets. At that time, he mentioned there is a massive contrast from the Kolkata pitch. We expected a lifeless wicket, but I heard Tristan Stubbs say it was tough to score runs. Look at it. At this point in time, Kolkata is a distant memory. Barsapara is a better wicket according to the Indian cricket team assessment. However, you may see signs of deterioration, but that will happen much later. So that is why the contrast is already there between the Kolkata and the Barsapara wicket, which means the Barsapara wicket is slightly better. And consider this, you lost more wickets on day one in Eden Gardens as compared to Barsapara. So yes, the wicket is doing something better. But on the next point that he mentioned at this point in time about the rank turners, how the rank turners were a mistake. That is one indirect admission that Ryan Doeschate has mentioned. He said, wicket rarely determines who wins the game. If we had played better in Kolkata, we would have won the test on that surface. Our first thing is to not look at this pitch. But now the turning point and the most important talking point. When you look at recent results and when you introspect, these wickets maybe suits us. These wickets. True sporting wickets or maybe wickets that assist spin much later on. Initially it is good for batting and then it becomes good. But there are conflicting messages that are coming from the Indian team management. Why are you doing this? You asked for a you asked for a wicket in Eden just like that, but you fell into your own trap. There is no admission of guilt. And here when you look at it, look at the recent results and when you introspect, these wickets maybe suit us. That's a clear-cut admission that rank turners don't work. Barsapara-like wickets will work for you. Delhi-like wickets will work for you. But then on the recent point that he's mentioned, yet again, after this, rank turners you're talking about it, why on earth was you prepare rank turners? That is the one thing that he has mentioned at this stage. So, what's the next point? White ball technique in red ball. Why are you picking batters and why are you picking players based on white ball cricket? Why are you not going for specialists? Everybody mentions, Ryan Doeschate openly mentioned this fact that no one wants to go out. But white ball cricket techniques are coming to main test cricket. The skill of grinding it out in the 90s and the 2000s is sliding away. Another major admission. Why are you not picking specialists? Why you can't pick a Sarfaraz? Why you can't pick an Abhimanyu Ishwaran? They don't play one particular tournament that frequently. What is that? IPL. Because you have prioritized IPL selection over everything else and because it's working for you in the past couple of years, short term you manage to dispel the darkness, long term you will suffer. That is the reason why white ball techniques are flooding in. It is like perforating into red ball cricket. And that is why now specialists will have no place. And that is a harsh reality. This is the new era. Now, as far as the pitches, yet again the question was asked about the pitches. Why are you doing this? Why are you preparing rank turners and why this requires a change in template? Ryan Doeschate mentioned, in the WTC, you have to get a high percentage of points at home. On most away tours, you struggle to get 50% of the points. You need 60% to qualify for the final. Home results matter. In terms of template and wickets, you are scared of drawing. We do need to find a different template. Yet another admission. Because you are so spooked of a draw And that's because you almost missed out on a WTC cycle in 2023. You want to now resort to the one thing that will give you boom or bust. But you're unfortunately going bust with the kind of approach that you're having. And let us not make this excuse of the WTC, please. It's a sincere request. This WTC, when you look at it, it has got context. It is only India that is ensuring that the context is totally gone away because of these rank turners. If you prepare sporting wickets like what in the Virat Kohli era you did, you are not winning in that? Definitely you are winning. You would have had greater chances of participating in WTC finals than if you go on that kind of a wicket. Then why do you need rank turners? Post-COVID, what is this obsession of rank turners? The WTC format is a convenient excuse that has been given. But on the other points, this WTC thing is a debatable thing at this point. But who will bat at number 4? That question was asked. As usual, he tried to smokescreen that. He said, we are certain on who will bat at number 4. Player has been informed. We talk about players who are versatile and they can bat in any position. But the major thing that he mentioned, expect a shuffle in the batting order. Who's your number 4 and number 3? Is Washington Sundar getting dumped from number 3 to number 8? Is Sai Sudarshan going to bat at 3? Is Jurel batting at 4? Or is Jurel batting at 4, Sudarshan at 4, is batting at 3 and Sudarshan at 4? Is Sundar at 3 and Sudarshan at 4 and Jurel at 8? We don't know. We'll only find out tomorrow if India comes out to bat. And that too when the first wicket falls. Who's your number 3 and who's your number 4? That's going to be very interesting. But on the other points that Ryan Doeschate mentioned at this point in time, that's what? There will be a shuffle in the batting order. This was the key thing that he mentioned here. So going to the next point that is there at this point in time, what Ryan Doeschate mentioned, why Nitish over Aksar? Why did you have to change the bowling combination? Because he said, if we play 2 seamers, we may have to get spin early and it becomes difficult for the captain to juggle the seamers. If we got a pure pacer, we would have been 1 batter less. On balance, we thought we could play a bowling all-rounder. Simple equation. This obsession to bat until number 8 means your spin bowlers and your pace bowlers are going to get shuffled around. You can't play an out-and-out pacer because your batting depth will be compromised. Where was that era when you won with 4 bowlers and you 5 bowlers and then you won the test match even then? There is none. And Ryan Doeschate has openly admitted about the pitches, why you prepare rank turners, the convenient excuse of the WTC, and also why are you juggling up the composition up and down. So Ryan Doeschate revealed certain important things in this PC. And one hopes at this point in time that yes, we do get better wickets. Because Kolkata was the line in the sand in which you said, no way, we can't go back on rank turners. But will you learn? You missed learning the first time around. Will you learn the second time? One hopes that Barsapara can have a course correction that will last for a very long time. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this video. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis.